Now it's time for our Zambian market update, and we're joined by Muchindu Kasongola, who is Managing Director at Madison Asset Management Company Limited. Good morning, Muchindu, and let's first of all look at what's been happening in that market there. Strong growth in the past week and indeed the year to date.
Yeah, thank you and good morning. Yeah, well our market has performed reasonably well in the year to end of April, so to speak. Really, this has been against a backdrop of quite a number of changes in the fiscal and monetary regimes, mainly aimed at driving growth in our wider economy. You'll also be interested to note that our market historically has performed very well around the first quarter, mainly due to the fact that this is earnings season and you have most of accounts listed on the exchange beginning to announce results for the previous period. And as you perhaps may have noted, the fundamentals of most of the companies listed on the exchange remained relatively strong, and most of them posted very strong results in 2012, with most also declaring relatively handsome dividends in the process.
Looking at the cement sector, it's been interesting talking to Kenya and Nigeria and in South Africa. Cement companies, often an indicator of what's happening, and Lafarge's results, they're in that sector. What are those results telling us about the company and indeed about growth prospects?
Yeah, well, Lafarge is has been one of the star performers coming out of 2012, and we've also been relatively bullish on Lafarge getting into 2013. This is mainly because we feel, from a wider planning perspective of where our economy has been, having recorded an average of 7% growth over the past 4 or 5 years, I think it's become apparent that if we're going to continue on the same growth path, there's need to invest in the overall general capacity of the economy. So naturally, sectors around infrastructure such as transport, construction, roads, and telecommunications become very important. And if you look at that background, you then see that companies that are around or supporting those sectors will naturally tend to ride on that growth. We, as a Zambian economy, are on a very aggressive infrastructure development program, and naturally you tend to see that the cement sector is one of those sectors, or the construction sector, will thrive against that backdrop. Coming to Lafarge, the results for 2012 were announced recently at their annual general meeting, and the turnover is up 16%, earnings per share up 30%, and the dividend yield is almost touching 12%. This is a reflection of obviously the very strong growth that the company has continued to enjoy. And going into 2013, we expect a similar trend, so to speak. The sector as a whole in 2012 grew by about 13%, well, compared to about 20% in 2011.